Hey everyone, welcome back to the Astral Tourist, where we embark on cosmic detours into alternate dimensions and dive into the mysteries of astral projection, extraterrestrials, UFOs, the universe, and so much more. This episode is inspired by the amazing astral projection authority, Astral Club, and his intriguing interview with an archangel. Without giving too much away, let's just say that some of the archangel's comments were very Matrix-like, which got me reflecting on an astral projection experience I had around 30 years ago. I'll be sure to leave the link to that interview in the description. During that journey, I encountered two beings of light who shared a mind-blowing, universal matrix bubble theory with me. They showed me expanding bubbles and advanced mathematical concepts, ideas that felt ahead of their time. Listening to the interview brought all of that back, and I've seen how these types of theories have continued to evolve over the years. Today I'm excited to journey deeper into these cosmic bubbles with you. Let's leap into the rabbit hole, just like Alice in Wonderland, and take a trippy trip back to my mid to late 20s. I had ventured out of my physical body and found myself exploring a small town near where I lived. Now this is going back to my California days. Nobody else was around. The sky was a grayish hue, cloudy, and it was still pre-dawn. I was simply looking around, not expecting anything to be unusual. But suddenly, two figures, both about 6 to 7 feet tall, came through a spinning violet-colored portal. They were beings of light with strong extraterrestrial vibes. One appeared male and the other female. I sensed they might be Pleiadian, Arcturian, or Sirian, but that's just a guess. The woman had a more definite Pleiadian vibe. The man, however, had a strong deep blue colors throughout his energy body and felt like he was from somewhere else entirely. Maybe more Sirian or Arcturian, but I just couldn't figure him out. His energy was amazing, though. They communicated with me telepathically, no words, just images and emotions directly sent to my mind. And they were very direct telepathically compared to other beings I had met up until then, even other alien beings. They were very strong, like out of this world, mind force strong. They told me they had something to show me, but before they actually did, a brief discussion broke out between them about just how much they should share. The beings seemed to be debating whether I was ready to fully grasp the magnitude of what they wanted to reveal. The male was confident I could understand everything, while the female was more hesitant. She seemed concerned about overwhelming me with too much information at once, but also felt I had a right to this knowledge, claiming it was something I had known before, perhaps in a past life. Please keep in mind I was not fully able to follow them. They were communicating in ideas and concepts, as well as between each other and a little bit to me. I could figure out, though, their dilemma was how much to show me without risking that I might forget it or block it out entirely because it could be too much. They also felt like they might not have another opportunity to show me, given their own timing. I'm guessing they weren't planning to be in Earth's Spacetime neighborhood again for a while, maybe for millions or billions of years. I mean, they didn't say that directly, but I had the strong feeling and sense that they weren't going to be around again in my lifetime. So it was, then or never as far as sharing this with me. Eventually, they decided to show me what they had in mind. They revealed small bubbles filling space and the universe. Some of these bubbles grew and stretched. They were dynamic, constantly expanding. They weren't at all static. They started out clear for the most part, or whitish clear, or opaque kind of in some cases. But as they grew, they shifted into shades of blue, silver, and violet. Some also stayed opaque colors and clear colors. But it wasn't just the visuals that struck me. It was the deeper message they were conveying. Advanced mathematics. I could feel the math in my mind, but I couldn't fully retain it. It seemed like a blend of topographical geometry, advanced algebra maybe, or calculus with something else too. On top of all of that, well, maybe more something else's on top of all of those factors, accompanied by pictorial representations and equations in a language I did not recognize. Something to note here is in the astral realm, I've been able to see and understand a specific kind of math that seems to represent dimensions or perhaps even time. However, when I wake up, it's like it all disappears. I'm left with nothing but confusion when I try to bring it back to my mind and the concepts that it represents and all of that. I'm not that great at math in the physical world either, but the math they showed me was far beyond anything I've encountered in the astral, leaving me completely awestruck. What I was seeing, the bubbles, their constant expansion, and the mathematical language was all connected to something much larger. It was a glimpse into the very way the universe functions. From what I could gather, these bubble universes were always expanding and influenced by various factors, with the different colors representing different stages or states. Some of the bubbles stretched out like soap bubbles, while others became more angular but never fully rigid, more like soft edges than sharp corners. As the images and mathematical equations continued, they began to accelerate, warping and shifting at a rapid pace. The expansive energy and sensations were both incredible and overwhelming. Just as it was becoming too much to process, the beings decided to stop. They showed me a vast blank field of deep blue, and at the same time sent a huge download of cosmic energy and information into me, like right into my soul. As I woke up, I could still feel this enormous cosmic download of information flooding my entire being. I was just laying there absorbing it still. It was filled with numerous dimensional coordinates, addresses, and other highly coded interdimensional knowledge. I still feel the information is inside some part of my oversoul today. I mean, it's in there. I can't always break it down into words or even the correct feelings. Well, I don't mean correct. I mean into the feelings I would like to express but don't know how to in this human body. So let's connect the experience to science. Now, after reflecting on this experience over the years, I've come to realize that what I saw actually aligns with some profound scientific concepts. It's pretty wild. But when I look at it now, I see how it connects to modern theories in physics. At the time, I'm pretty sure I only had a vague understanding of string theory. So these bubbles were new to me. I remember doing a lot of deep dives on the internet, and string theory kept coming up over and over again. Science has come a long way over the years, though. Let's explore a few of these scientific models and theories. Let's begin with the multiverse and bubble universes. The idea of the universe being made up of bubbles is strikingly similar to the multiverse theory, especially the concept of bubble universes. In this model, our universe is just one of many bubbles within a much larger, ever-expanding cosmos. These bubbles are constantly forming and expanding through a process called eternal inflation. And don't laugh too much if you think of taxes. I think of taxes every time I hear eternal inflation, but this is something else. The constant expansion I witnessed mirrors how cosmologists believe the universe is expanding over time. As for the colored hues I saw, they could represent different stages or phases of these bubble universes. Next, let's explore the expansion of the universe. The sense of continuous expansion I felt in the astral realm also has a parallel in the real world. Scientists have discovered that not only is our universe expanding, but it's actually expanding at an accelerated rate. So the feeling of expansion and growth that I experienced during my astral journey all those years ago lines up with what we now know about the universe's rapid expansion, at least based on current observations. And just so you all know, I am friends with a very informed scientist. I asked him about some of these concepts. He doesn't believe in astral projection or anything like that, but I'm able to discuss these scientific concepts with him, and he says that all lines up. Next, let's explore quantum mechanics and quantum foam. In the realm of quantum mechanics, there's a theory that at the smallest scales of space-time, much smaller than even atoms, space itself is turbulent and fluctuates at the quantum level. This concept, known as quantum foam, suggests that the very fabric of space-time is not smooth, but instead a frothy, chaotic sea of fluctuating energy and particles. Quantum foam is thought to be the underlying structure of reality at something called the Planck scale, where tiny bubbles of energy and quantum events constantly appear and disappear. While my vision of the universe as bubbles felt vast and cosmic, it can also be seen as a symbolic representation of this microscopic, ever-changing foundation of space-time. Imagine space-time itself behaving like foam, where every bubble reflects a fluctuation or quantum event, continuously evolving at the smallest scales. There were a lot of fluctuations in what those beings were showing me, so I'm thinking they were probably trying to connect the dots between the bubble universes and things at a quantum level. That was it's now my feeling about it. At the time, I was just mind blown. But now that I'm thinking back and trying to remember all that I can and bring the pictures back and everything, I'm pretty sure that's what some of that was about. Now, let's move on to matrix theory. Another concept that came to mind while reflecting on my experience was matrix theory. Not the sci-fi movie version, but the scientific idea behind it. In quantum mechanics, matrix theory uses mathematical matrices to describe the states and interactions of particles. These matrices are fundamental to understanding how quantum systems evolve and interact, often in ways that classical physics cannot explain. Now, if we shift to the pop culture idea of the matrix, where reality is a simulated construct, it offers an interesting parallel to the mathematical framework I'm envisioning. Consider this. If the universe were a simulation or a computational system, the bubbles I witnessed might represent discrete, self-contained realms or universes within a larger computational framework. Each bubble could be part of a grand underlying mathematical matrix where every interaction, expansion, and change follows a set of rules, much like how quantum mechanics describes the evolution of systems within a mathematical structure. In this way, the advanced math I was shown could be a glimpse into the code behind this simulated or computational reality. Just as we can run multiple simulations within a larger system, each bubble might represent a universe within this grand matrix. In this sense, my experience could be seen as a window into how mathematical structures and computational systems underlie the cosmos, connecting reality to something computational or even simulated, much like a cosmic version of the Matrix. Let's move on into past lives and memory. The idea that the female being said I was familiar with this advanced math and matrix bubble theory from a past life still fascinates me. Could it be that some knowledge transcends time and space, and that we carry it with us through different lifetimes? I think I must have, but please be sure to put your comments in there if you think otherwise, or if you agree, or any other comments. This is all just so mind-blowing to me, thinking back that I was told all this stuff years ago. It's certainly something I've pondered since that experience. It's intriguing to think that part of me had already learned this information in a past life, and that these space beings were simply helping me reconnect with it. And this all goes back to my astral origins. If you haven't listened to that, please do so. Because when I astral projected as a baby, I knew something was wrong, very wrong. So this connects to that in some way. So let's take a glimpse into the fabric of reality. So, what does it all mean? I'm not entirely sure, but what I do know is that the universe is far more complex and interconnected than we can possibly imagine. The experience I had during that astral journey, the bubbles, the expansion, the advanced mathematics, seems to align with some of the deepest theories in modern physics, like the multiverse theory, quantum foam, eternal inflation, and matrix theory. I'm very grateful to my extraterrestrial space friends, buddies, I keep wanting to say buddies, I don't know why, for offering me a glimpse into the deeper fabric of reality. I still wonder what I did to earn that glimpse. If anything, my journey serves as a reminder that we're only scratching the surface of what is possible. Who knows what else we can learn, both through science and from our own experiences in the astral realms. As Carl Sagan famously said, we are made of star stuff. What if the universe is trying to show us that the mystical and the scientific are simply two sides of the same cosmic coin? Thanks so much for tuning in today. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, subscribe, and share it. Also remember, you have stardust inside you.